what is happening, water signs? This is your girl, Venus Archangel, here with another love reading for you guys. If you're unsure of your placements, go ahead and check the description box below. Also, guys, please remember that these readings may not resonate with everybody, and that is totally fine. Let's go ahead and see what is happening in your love lives for November 19th, 2018. Alright, that's on Monday. Let's go ahead and get started. Wow, and we got the Chariot and the Four of Pentacles, two opposing energies. Stagnancy and all guns blazing, okay? Fast lightning energy here. So yeah, there's a definite tug and pull that I get to this. Something is really off balance if this is what's coming up. The Four of Pentacles usually indicates, you know, clinging on to something, holding back, not opening up. Usually it's because someone is not really feeling that secure in themselves to be able to recover if one of these things were lost, right? They worked so hard to make these things happen, right? So obviously they know that of their capability to a certain extent. But with the Four of Pentacles, it's like, okay, I worked so hard, I don't want to lose this sort of thing, instead of, all right, how can I expand this? It's very opposite for the Four of Wands. And the Chariot is very, you know, is about go, 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 you know, going after something. And I feel like this contradicting energy could be talking, it really, really raises red flags, because I feel like there is this desire to move forward, right? But what is holding you back? What is holding you back? Right? So let's see what's going on. Whew, Queen of Pentacles. On the Four of Cups. See? Someone's stuck. I feel like you guys are really stuck right now, emotionally. Nice. I'll move this over so I can put the underlying energy next to the spread. Alright. You guys have the Two of Pentacles. Underneath that, it's the Seven of Pentacles. So, you guys are just kind of trying to make a decision about what is of value to you or not. Because you guys have come a long way with the Seven of Pentacles coming up in underneath here like that. You guys have really put in a lot of work. But I feel like because something hasn't really reached a certain potential, a certain peak, there is this kind of needing to figure out whether or not, you know, this is some sort of, if it's a commitment that you want to pursue, or a commitment that you want to actually continue to put time and effort into. Okay. Now, Two of Pentacles can also indicate not talking, but keeping the balance, you know, maintaining responsibilities and commitments and such, right? Doing the best that you can, juggling stuff. Now, and sometimes it can indicate a third party situation, two people juggling, but I don't think that's the case. But I do feel like there is this kind of like trying to keep the balance, not really looking at how you feel, because right now you're just focused on what you need to do. Because your emotions have become the thing that's the most hardest to deal with, rather than the work that you guys are doing. So your current situation is the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles, someone that's very work oriented. She's very focused on creating and nourishing and you know, building things. She's a hard worker. She's very independent. Now, I don't know if there was somebody that offered you something and it's kind of made you feel like you don't really want to take that risk and pretty much devote your time and energy into building a relationship. But there's also this really kind of hopeful glimpse of something blossoming from that. That almost is kind of, that's kind of giving you that tug and pull that we saw earlier with the queen, you know, the cards that fell out. And I feel like in a way you gain some sort of victory and you're holding on to it. Now this is a very maintaining sort of energy, because the even though the Two of Pentacles here is supposed to kind of make a decision about what they're gonna do with these pentacles, because they gotta pick one. They can't take both, you know, and they can't stay on that blog forever, you know. But even though they should be making a decision, they're distracting themselves with work and other tasks and not really seeing what their heart's trying to tell them about what they feel is of value to them. And I feel with the Queen of Pentacles in the heart of the reading, the real challenge about this whole thing isn't about work. It's more about committing to something new, because the Four of Cups is what's crossing this. Now, I never see this card as someone that's rejecting anything. It can be the rejection, another card for rejection. could indicate that you're waiting on a response, but I feel like the obstacle is the Four of Cups. You kind of don't know what to do with what you've got. You don't know what to do with, you don't know how to move on, what to do next, how to move forward, because maybe you've been you've been dealt the same cup several times. Every relationship has been the same thing. And the Queen of Pentacles, she's independent. She don't need anybody, right? So it's very clear she don't need her man. But the fact that she has the King of Pentacles and they work together, dynamic duo, right? Dangerous couple, right? When it comes to building anything, creating anything, they'll make it happen. But I feel like with the Four of Cups, I feel like there is something here that's making you really, like, you're focusing on something that can potentially be new and exciting. You don't really necessarily see the potential of that Ace of Cups, that new love, that new thing coming in. And I think it's because they're not necessarily coming in the direction too that you can see, right? But at the same time, you're looking in the wrong direction as well. So it takes two to tango. And I feel like when it comes to your part, the direction, the focus is on something completely different. It's on something, that you're familiar with, the things that you've experienced already, the been there, done that stuff. And if it's worth even shifting your focus elsewhere. But your focus is on these three cups, the things that you've already got, rather than, completing that, that bit of the card where there's, making a square with that cup behind you. Now, you notice the cup that's behind you is this Knight of Cups. There could be I don't know if this is a friend that wants to be more than friends, or this could be someone that you already know, because usually the Knight of Cups is somebody you're familiar with. But this is someone that's come in to offer you a cup of love. Something new, something that's emotional based, right? This is someone that's expressed their emotions. Could be a Pisces, could be a Cancer, could be a Scorpio. Doesn't have to be though, and it definitely doesn't have to be male. It could be female as well. But I feel like, especially with the Queen of Pentacles, doesn't have to be female. It could be a male as well. But the Knight of Cups in the past, like that, like, I feel like somebody definitely came in to offer you something, or talked about how they felt, confessed. It offered you something, offered you a cup of love, asked to go out, or asked to see where their emotions lead, right? Could be that some of you guys, this is like, your focus on your dreams and your desires, right? You had an idea of what really, what your idea of, happiness would look like, or what it would feel like. But you have the Wheel of Fortune in your present. So, the thing is, this crazy to me. I think there's a new opportunity, but the new opportunity is being, starting out by you having to shift your focus. It's very similar to the air signs reading, as a matter of fact. They had to see things from a different perspective. They had the Hangman. And I feel like there is a similarity to this. Like, there's a little bit of a focusing on your emotions and what your desires, what you feel, what you want, what because your emotions are what really are the real baseline for what has value and what doesn't. And I feel like this is another opportunity now to kind of, to start something new, to start something that, that's exciting. But it's the committal factor that may be a thing. Or it could indicate that, not just that you don't see somebody offering you a cup of love, but you don't even, you don't even know if it's going to be the same old stuff you've been dealt with time and time again. Right? They don't know from what I'm kind of feeling, is that, because with the Chariot, you do have to keep a balance, right? You have to keep your balance of your head and your heart. And your heart is, is a big thing that's coming up in this reading. And I feel like for some of you guys, it's like, I'm getting the kind of vibe of like, my heart always gets me in trouble kind of thing. Like, I always fall for the wrong people. I always fall for the wrong guys or the wrong girls. I always get myself wrapped up in this individual and they not really working with me. And I don't think that's the case. If that's the vibe that I'm getting, if this is resonating with you. If it doesn't, then don't worry about it. Just discard this message. But if this is you guys right now, if some of you guys out here, if you guys can connect with this, I feel like it's saying, not every cup is going to be the same or have the same liquid in it, right? You may have somebody that looks cute in an asshole, but someone that also looks cute and is really freaking sweet, right? Yes, you're never gonna get the same old, jokers if you come at it the same, or if you come at it a different way. You always got to change what you do. But if you continue to do the same stuff, you can always assume that the same stuff will continue to happen. And I feel like that's the thing. If you focus, you shift your focus onto something else, onto your emotions, onto how you feel, or how you want to feel, you'll be able to find the Ace of Cups and realize that, you know, this is your potential to continue to explore this new feeling that you really want to connect with. But how you do that is always within yourself. And it's by realizing that the experiences that you experience doesn't do anything for you. Right? So I feel like this is an opportunity for new love. But new love and how you want to feel. How do you want to experience life? And what really, if it's worth committing to and seeing how it works out. And I feel like with the Eight of Pentacles, it does. It's something that you do want. It's something that you do, want to pursue and kind of see where it goes, and dedicate your time and effort to it and building it and seeing where it goes. Now, the Ace of Cups is your goal and ambition. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not like you guys don't want to start something new. It's like you don't want to, you don't want to be single forever, but you don't really know if you can trust people like that, or be involved with somebody and get wrapped up in someone and just kind of get disappointed. Because that's what I see the Four of Cups as. It's like, oh, these cups are kind of disappointing. I mean, they're great for a second, but the party's over, because the Three of Cups is all about celebration and all that. The party's over. You're left with these cups and you're like, what the hell do I do now? You go after a new dream. You go after a new feeling. What do you want to feel? Right? And I feel like this Ace of Cups, that is your goal. And you do that by focusing on how you feel. How you want to feel, right? Start from that. And I don't think you need any, of course, right? Healing if needed be, right? For those of you out there that may need it, you may need healing at this moment. But I feel like this is really talking about focusing on what you want to feel. And I think it'll help make the decision whether or not this is either something that you're pre-existing relationship, something you want to continue, or something, if this is, new, right? This is something you want to continue and something you want to pursue that's new, right? All comes down to what you feel, what you want to feel. Why? I love it. I love it. Why is your card, family? Why? The best question to ask when stuff like this comes up. I don't want to pursue X, Y, and Z. Why? Get down to the nitty gritty of a situation. Get down to the bottom of things. Comes to dating. Same thing. It's understanding this person by asking questions that start with WH. Was. Like, okay, why do you want to be this way? Why do you act this way? Why do you do X, Y, and Z? You do the same thing for yourself. The Ace of Cups, when you have the Ace of Cups coming up, as I always say, the aces are the self. It's you. It's not starting a new relationship. Not really. When you start a new relationship, you're also starting a new relationship with yourself regarding, another person, how you interact. It's a new relationship with yourself, and another person is helping you see that and get to know you as well as you're getting to know them. But the Ace of Cups always starts with itself. It's always about us. And I feel like this is your time to really start getting to the understanding of what you want to feel. Why do you want to feel it? But you start by what you're feeling now and why you don't enjoy it, right? Why it's not doing anything for you, why you're hesitant, why you may not see, maybe contemplating the offer, not straight up rejecting it, just not necessarily committing to it and moving forward with it yet. Understanding the why will help you understand a lot of those gaps that you may be facing right now. And this is very similar to the air sign reading, right? Because they have the Hangman, they have to understand something from a different perspective, and you have to understand the why behind not just the other person's actions, but yours especially, because this is the Ace that we're talking about, the Queen of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles. All of these things have to do with ourselves, us. And when you understand where this is all coming from, you can bet your behind you'll be, you'll know where you're going to be headed next. Okay, family? I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to leave me a comment, a like, and a subscribe, because you know how much I appreciate all your love and support for the channel. And I will see you guys very, very soon. Love y'all. Take care now.